All right, team, and welcome back to the Brewing. Today, I've got a great video for you guys on how to set alerts in Tradingview. Okay, so let's get started, guys. If you have Tradingview, okay, this is what it looks like. If you don't, go to tradingview.com, guys. You can download it. It's for free. It's going to help you 150% with all your trades, guys. Okay. So let me show you a few easy things that you need to do in order to set your alerts. Okay. So the first thing is you have to decide is what is the time frame that I am looking to set an alert. So you see it here. I have SPY on the daily. And right up here, we have the actual time frames that you can choose. So this one is set to the daily. As you can see, I can set an hour. I can set it to the 15-minute. I can set it up on the 5-minute, just depending on what time frame you like to trade on. Okay, so let's go ahead and move this. I'm going to move this over to the 2-hour time frame. Okay, so let's say you're a swing trader, which I recommend for anybody that is a full-time student or is a full-time worker, guys. This is what you want to do, is you want to swing trade. Okay, so now if I wanted to set my alerts, guys, this is very simple. Like I said, TradingView has some awesome stuff. So up in this menu bar, okay, and this is here by default, you can pick your time frames and add more in the future. If you want to see a 3-minute like the one I have up here, or if you want to see a 4-minute time frame, you can just hit the drop down and go and select that for yourself. Okay, so this is what I want you to look at right up here, guys. Okay, it says alerts. Okay, and let's go into that little tab and check out what we can do. So when you click on alert, okay, based off the indicators that you've already added, you can pick the setting you want or the condition as it says here, guys. Okay, now you want to focus on, I've got conditions here. I've got a trigger. Do I want it to tell me only once, or do I want it to tell me every time it happens? Okay, and I'm going to explain to you what that means. Okay, so I'm going to change this to something that I personally use. Okay, so I have all my indicators here, guys. I have my bull ring ultimate, which is my personal indicator that I created, but we're going to do an easy one for you guys. We're just going to say, okay, here's the EMAs. Okay, I have a 55, I have a 100, I have a 200. So we're just going to say, tell me whenever it crosses the 55, okay, which is selected here. And I would just want you to tell me if it's crossing up, if it's crossing down, okay. And down in here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pick that indicator, okay. Now, I can keep it here and say, okay, I want it to tell me when it's crossing, but I can also change this and say, tell me when it's crossing the 100, which is the intermediate one. Okay, you see here by default, it already picked it. Okay, because you already have the short one here, so it's going to default to the very next one, which is the intermediate, right? And if I wanted to do this one, then all I would have to do, guys, okay, is come here and pick the long, which would be the third indicator on these 3 EMAs. All right, so for now, we're going to pick. Okay, guys, so now I'm going to pick my trigger. What do I want? So I'm going to pick once per bar. So that means every time I get a 2-hour candle, it's going to tell me whether it crossed or not. Now, if you want to get crosses a little more often, then you go to a lower time frame. So this is what I'm picking, once per bar, guys. Expiration, you can pick a date, or if you have the premium plan like I do, you're going to look at this here, and this is your open-ended alert, okay? And then your open-ended alert, you're going to have this little sucker right there where you can check it off or turn it off and just pick a date. Now, if you don't have the premium plan, you're not going to have this option here, guys. Okay. So I like to pick open-ended alert because that's part of my strategy. I need to get my notifications on the time frame I choose. Okay. So now the cool part is, what is the alert name? So I like to name mine, okay, SPY crossing, and I'll just do like a 50/100, and then I'll get a little creative and I can add, let me move that out, not that one. I'll get creative and I'll put a little emoji in there, guys. So let me see, what would I pick here? Let's do, we can do a little graph, or we can do money, because you want something that's going to inspire you to say, okay, let's go, baby. All right, so we can put this little chart there. And down here in the message, you can write whatever you want. Okay, I usually leave mine blank. But if you're getting a text message, you want it to give you a description. So you can say SPY crossing 2-hour EMA alert. Okay. Now, when I get that alert, I'm going to see that message on my text messages. If I'm trading and it pops up, I'm only going to see the top one, guys. Okay. So now all I got to do is create, and now it's set. All right, so now the next part, guys, is that you want to come over to your little alerts tab, okay, which is this guy right here, okay? And what you want to do is you want to click on it and see if your alert is there. These are my other alerts, and you can see if I come over here, I see the SPY that I just created. And it says SPY crossing 50/100, and we see the little emoji that I set in there. So now I'm good. So now I know, hey, this is going to work. So I just leave it alone. And what's going to happen is every time these two EMA lines, which I have here for you guys, once they cross, you're going to get an alert. So for example, you would get an alert at that crossing there. You would get an alert there. It would alert you when it crosses here, okay? And then so on and so on. Now, when it crosses in those areas, guys, okay, that's where you make a decision on your trade. Now, what are you going to do with your trade? Okay, now, what I do personally, okay, and I'll show you briefly. You can see this one here. Let's make this a little bit bigger, okay? You can see that my price line, okay, right where it crosses, right about $422, okay? So now you can see that SPY had a nice run up. Of course, SPY's been bullish for a while, okay? Now, if you got in on any of these crossings here, guys, okay, you're going to have to be the judge and say, okay, how long do I have before I get out, okay? You can see that on this crossing here, it started to go down. On this crossing here, it started to go up. And then we say, okay, this is going up, but for how long? Okay. Now that's the most important part, is how long do I stay in this trade? Well, guys, if you are not an experienced trader, you're going to have some problems. Okay. You're going to have what all of us have had. Okay, and this is why I created my own indicator, guys. Okay, and if you guys are finding value in this video, do me a favor, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get the next free video, guys, on how to do stuff in TradingView and other things that we do. Also, hit that like if you like this video, guys. So let me show you what this indicator gives you guys, okay? And this is part of the bull ring, and I'll show you just on the time frame we were talking about. Okay, I'm going to expand this just to make it nice and easy. So let's go back to our entry. So if you said, hey, I'm going to do something here because this is my entry point. Okay. Then you see my indicator. My indicator tells you earlier, okay, when to get in and when to get out. Look at that. Okay. And now you want to know when to get out? Well, that's very easy if you're using my indicator, guys. Okay. I have a set of clouds. Okay. If you enter the trade here, that's not a good circle. Let's give you a better one. If you entered the trade here, then you would exit up here. Now, your first sign is going to be when this cloud starts to curl back down, and you can see it turned red. Okay. And you will do the same here if you enter the trade at this red cloud. Okay. Then you would wait until it curled and you can make a decision to get out here. My suggestion is if you have profits, get out. Or you can wait and you get out of this section because this never turned green here, but it did turn green down here, guys. So that's the beauty about having that indicator. So some people use EMAs, some people use MAs, but they're using averages, guys, to get in and get out. But let me take that average out and you can see how simple this is. Okay. And what's going to help you with TradingView is you can set alerts for this as well. So if you said to yourself like, hey, I want to enter the trade when the cloud flips. Okay. You can see right there that these are easy entries on the 2 hours. If you're a swing trader, guys, look at that. Like, you would just wait for the cloud to flip and TradingView will send you that alert because I've set up my alerts off my clouds. So this indicator is already in TradingView, so you don't have to worry about trying to get it in there. I've already coded it, so I've done all the heavy lifting, guys, for $1 a day. I'm gonna leave you a link below, guys. Look at that. All of these trades, okay? Winner, 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 chicken dinner, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you have questions on how to set alerts, if you have questions on the bull ring, guys, leave me a comment below. If you have suggestions on other videos you want to see, feel free to put that in the comments below. And until the next video, guys, don't forget bullringtrading.com.